Chiefs, my sweet Chiefs, making the mistakes of the teams of old. Welcome back to Afrik Football, guys. We dropped 2 weekly videos, and in this video, I am back after a 1-week hiatus to give you a video about Kaizer Chiefs and a couple of other things that we've heard that are going on in the news. So, let's get started. I started this video by stating that Kaizer Chiefs is behaving like the teams of old. Firstly, Kaizer Chiefs has made the biggest mistake you can make in the transfer window, and that is letting go of a player and letting him pre-sign for a different team without actually securing a signing for him. What this essentially does for a team is that they leave a team being very vulnerable. Agents usually like to take advantage of a team when this happens because if you sell a player, particularly a striker, you'd have to replace him, and everyone now knows it's judicial notice that this player is out of the team, and in this case, it's Samuel Narkovic, one of the best players Kaizer Chiefs has had in the past recent history. I know most people are going to come out and say, most fans have come out and stated on social media that this guy is a helicopter football merchant. The reason Kaizer Chiefs is playing the type of aerial football is because this particular guy, Narkovic, was their source of headers. Well, I know I can agree with that, but he brought a different dynamic to the team. And I think announcing his exit prematurely before signing another striker and to Royal AM the money bags, the new money bags in the league, is something that I find very disappointing by Kaizer Chiefs. When you're going to the transfer window, there are rules that you have to follow. What the Kaizer Chiefs has essentially done is what Manchester City did last season. When they sold Sergio Aguero and let Aguero actually leave the club without signing a prior striker like Harry Kane. So what happened when Aguero left Man City last season for Barcelona is that the agents of Harry Kane decided that Harry Kane's price would be doubled because Manchester City would be in a position where they would want to fight for a player like him because they really need his services. So it's a supply and demand curve that's being created here. So Kaizer Chiefs will have to pay a lot more to sign a striker. And here's why I always say Kaizer Chiefs transfer management team is useless. But there's a silver lining to this story. Seeing that they've sent this player to Royal AM and without the finer details being given to the public, it may appear that Victor Letsoalo may actually be going to Kaizer Chiefs, and this might be a swap deal. I've heard from a couple of people stating that this is essentially a swap deal, and Victor Letsoalo is going to be moving to Kaizer Chiefs. And this is something we've covered in lots of previous videos, and you can check them in the links above where we've done a video on Victor Letsoalo, his game style, his type of goals, and all that kind of stuff, and the rumors of him trying to go to Kaizer Chiefs. So essentially what I'm saying here is that from the story of Harry Kane almost going to Manchester City and Harry Kane being almost impossible to buy by Manchester City, I believe Chiefs is going to be in the same predicament. They might not be able to sign a striker because they have become vulnerable now and they're in a position where they have to beg for a team to give them a striker. If you enjoy this content, remember to like and subscribe, and let's move on to the next story. Benni McCarthy has come out and stated that he, if given an opportunity, would not mind coaching Kaizer Chiefs or Orlando Pirates. Seeing that these two teams right now may be looking to reinforce their backroom staff, we are here to speak about how we feel about Benni McCarthy and after his short stint at Amazulu. Benni McCarthy for me is a very tactically gifted coach and somebody that I really liked at Amazulu. I felt like his playing style is something I could probably see adopted more to Orlando Pirates than it would be to Kaizer Chiefs. Seeing that he's played under Mourinho, he brings some of that flair, that understanding that Mourinho had when he was at FC Porto. And I believe this is something I've actually seen in Benni McCarthy. The way he interprets the game is reminiscent of a young Mourinho when he started out his career. So what I essentially think about this move, if Benni McCarthy were to get one of these jobs, is that I'd like to see him get one of these jobs. I feel like after the Amazulu stint, he might need to get one of these jobs, but I think he would have to be shadowed by Arthur Zwane for me if he would go to Kaizer Chiefs. I'd like him to keep Arthur Zwane in the backroom staff for player management because sometimes I feel like maybe Benni might not be the best manager of players, but I feel like if he had Arthur Zwane there to help him, it would bring a very good pack to Kaizer Chiefs. But if he were to go to Orlando Pirates, I'd like to see him as the head coach at the helm of the team. And for me, that would be something that I would really enjoy, and I would like watch those games with the passion. And seeing that Orlando Pirates is in the final of the CAF Confederations Cup, I really doubt that they are going to switch coaches right now. I believe that if they do get the the CAF Confederations Cup, which I believe they have an ability, if they play RS Bakken, I think they could actually do it. But what do you think about Orlando Pirates in the CAF Confederations Cup so far? This has been Afrik Football. We'll see you in the next one.